Crossed the weather cooperates enough for us. So far it is to get a good look at King County Sheriff's Department's Huey helicopter, which will roar low over the parade route.
The City of Auburn has been honoring our veterans since 1965. This year, the 60th anniversary of this parade, we are honored to celebrate all veterans of the armed forces. The City of Auburn is pleased to pay tribute to the service, valor, and sacrifice of those who have served our nation.
My team from KOMO 4 is streaming the parade live today. The link is on our website under the Contests and Community Events section if you would like to share with out-of-town family and friends.
Talk Radio 570, KBI, Northwest News Radio, and Hank 101.5 is right across the street on South Division with some great giveaways, as is parade sponsor, the Muckleshoot Casino. We have a variety of food vendors as well, including Cascadia Pizza Company, Trinity Coffee, Hanson's Mini Donuts, and the Senior Wellness Team on South Division Street to quench your thirst and satisfy your taste buds. We've seen the food that's out there. It looks really good. Make sure you visit them before you leave. They are going to be open until 2 p.m.
Over there, you will also see veteran service organizations and recruitment information. City Hall is available for restrooms, and there are numerous portable restrooms along the east end of the parade route and over near B Street Northeast.
The City of Auburn would like to give special thanks to a long list of folks who have contributed to this event. First, the public affairs offices of each branch of the military for helping organize our participation.
And a big thanks to the Seattle Seafair Parade Marshals for organizing the parade assembly area, and to the amateur ham radio volunteers for parade communication and support.
A shout out to Auburn Chevrolet, Duxon Toyota, Valley Buick GMC, and Wayscar Ford for graciously providing parade vehicles for our dignitaries.
The Auburn Noon Lions for providing parade drivers for our dignitaries.
The American Legion, Auburn Post 78, for offering a public breakfast prior to the parade and co-sponsoring the remembrance ceremony.
The Washington Department of Veterans Affairs for coordinating their outstanding Veterans Award winners to participate in the parade and attend the luncheon.
The City of Auburn Parks and Arts and Recreation, Police, Streets, Emergency Management, and Communication Departments, and the Valley Regional Fire Authority for event support.
A special thanks to the Muckleshoot Casino for sponsoring the event.
And a warm thank you for our media partners, KOMO 4, Talk Radio 570 KBI, Northwest News Radio, and 101.5 Hank FM.
I would like to introduce Miss Auburn's teen, Malia Want-to-Be Collier, to sing the national anthem. Please stand if you are able and remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank Thank you. Beautiful job. Very well done. We will get started shortly. Have a great time. What is that I hear, ladies and gentlemen? The King County Sheriff's Office is proud to present their UH-1 Huey helicopter Guardian 2. Today it is being flown by Army veteran Chief Pilot Deputy Keith Potter from Renton, his co-pilot Army veteran Tony Molex.
On behalf of the King County Sheriff's Office, we would like to congratulate the City of Auburn for its 60th Veterans Parade and salute all the veterans past and present for their service.
Thank you to the King County Sheriff's Office. That was a UH-1 Huey helicopter. Quite a sight.
The parade has started, but will take a few minutes to reach us, so I'd like to take this time to let you know a few of the details. We want to take a moment to introduce you to our parade judges. A group of volunteers from Easy Access judging today's parade are Yuma Clark, United States Army, John Schendel, Army National Guard, Private First Class Holmes, United States Army, and Ron Winter, whose dad was a Navy veteran. Easy Access provided the parade with numerous volunteers that contributed to today's event, and we are thankful for their support.
If you have not been over to South Division Street yet, you will want to make sure you visit them before that area before you leave today. That area is open till 2 p.m. Our media partners are there. That is just so cool. Our media partners over there on South Division, along with the Muckleshoot Casino and some food vendors. Make sure you grab yourself a tasty slice of pizza, a burger, donuts, coffee, whatever you like. The parade will be here shortly.
God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'm glad we stand up next to you and defend us still today. Oh, there ain't no doubt I love this land. Oh, I love this land.
The City of Auburn is truly honored to be hosting the 60th annual parade. Over the years, the Auburn's Veterans Parade has become the largest parade of its kind west of the Mississippi, possibly the largest in the United States. Today's parade consists of nearly 150 entries, comprised of nearly 3,500 parade participants, and we are pleased to have you here today. We think you're in for a real treat.
And it looks like we are approaching the start of the parade down this street now. So first we have the Auburn Police Department kicking off the 60th Annual Veterans Parade. These officers consider it an honor and a privilege to lead the parade in recognition of the commitment and sacrifices made by our veterans. Again, the Auburn Police Department kicking off the parade.
All right, now let's say hello to the City of Auburn's Mayor, Nancy Backus. Mayor Backus elected to her first term as mayor in 2014 and is the first woman to ever hold the office in Auburn. Mayor Backus is accompanied by her daughter, Lucky. The mayor would like to thank all of you for coming to Auburn today to help us honor our veterans and celebrate our 60th anniversary of this parade.
Colonel Casey DeGroof, commander of the 56th Theater Information Operations Group for the Washington Army National Guard, enlisted into the U.S. Army as an intelligence specialist in 1997. Commissioned into the Washington Army National Guard in 2003, served 2 hours in Iraq supporting U.S. forces, Iraq in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and the Special Operations Joint Task Force for Operation Inherent Resolve. Thank you for your service.
Here's the Auburn High School Parade Band made up of dedicated Auburn High School students under the direction of Colton DeCarte. The Trojan Parade Band is proud as always to support our veterans. After the parade, the Trojan Band hosts a marching band field show competition at Auburn Memorial Stadium in honor of all veterans. Tickets are available at the gates, so make your way over for the best live entertainment and to support the amazing student performers from all over the Northwest. Let's hear it for the Auburn High School Trojans.
Representing the Washington Department of Veterans Affairs is the director, David Puente. David is joined today by his wife, Angie, and the executive assistant, Sue Lavoie. The Washington Department of Veterans Affairs mission is to connect veterans and their families to their benefits and service. We encourage you to check out their website to learn more about them at dva.wa.gov. Each year, the Governor's Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee recognizes individuals who devote time and energy into improving the lives of Washington's veterans. The 2025 Outstanding Service to Veterans Award winners are coming up within the next few entries. Thank you to the Washington Department of Veterans Affairs for the great work you do to support our veterans.
Please help me welcome the Women Veterans Advisory Committee, represented today by Jules Carey, the chair, and Crystal Scheinbein, the executive sponsor. The mission of the Women's Veterans Advisory Committee is to advocate and assist Washington's women veterans to ensure they have equitable access to federal and state veteran services and benefits earned through their honorable service to our country.
Let's welcome members of the Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee. The Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee is a 17-member committee representing federally recognized veteran service organizations that are appointed by the governor. The VAAC operates with the motto of No Veteran Forgotten and serves in an advisory capacity to the governor and director of the Washington Department of Veterans Affairs on matters pertaining to the veterans and their families in Washington state. Representing the VAAC today is Sean Duran, Chair, Shelley Willis, Vice Chair, Jerry Cummins, and Heinz Haskins.
2025 Distinguished Service Award has been awarded to Chris Diaz here in this blue Tahoe. Chris continues to demonstrate outstanding leadership and dedication to the veteran community, making him a deserving candidate for this award. Under his guidance, the County Service Officer program he leads, he has become one of the most effective in the state of Washington. Chris has worked tirelessly to ensure veterans and their families receive the benefits, resources, and advocacy they need, earning the respect of peers and community partners alike.
And coming up here now, we have the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary with a PFD Panda. And after the Panda here, we have, with over 30 years of unwavering service to veterans, both in and out of uniform, Alfie Alvarado Ramos. He exemplifies exceptional dedication, community advocacy, and civic leadership. In uniform, she championed the well-being of service members, setting the foundation for her lifelong commitment. Transitioning to civilian service, she joined the Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs in 1993, serving 30 years. Alfie's civic leadership has earned Senate resolutions, gubernatorial praise, and induction into the VA Puget Sound Wall of Heroes. Her legacy of empathy and innovation has transformed lives, making her eminently deserving of the 2025 Superior Service Award.
The Blue Mountain Action Council Supportive Services for Veterans Families team exemplifies excellence in service, innovation, and dedication to Washington's veterans and their families. Serving a large and mostly very rural SSVF catchment area spanning 17 counties total across southeast Washington and northeast Oregon, the team consistently demonstrates an unwavering commitment to ensuring that no veteran is left without the support, stability, and dignity they deserve.
Representing the 8th Legislative District, Stephanie Bernard serves as the Assistant Ranking Member of Technology, Economic Development, and Veterans Committee and was instrumental in the adoption of the bill on property tax relief for veterans.
Auburn Mountain View High School and the Auburn School District are proud to present the Auburn Mountain View High School Band. AMHS Lions and the band participate in numerous clubs, sports activities, and academics in addition to their participation within the music program. The AMHS Lions are thrilled to participate in this year's parade honoring our nation's veterans.
It is time to say hello to Al Jensen, the state commander of the American Legion Department of Washington. Al honorably serves the United States Air Force from 1972 to 1978 during the Vietnam War era. He has held numerous roles within the American Legion and is a retired detective of 38 years with the Bellingham Police Department. Riding with Al is his wife, Sylvia Jensen. Thank you both for attending, and Al, thank you for your service.
Please welcome the American Legion Department of Washington District 11. This entry represents posts from Auburn, Kent, Renton, Burien, Tukwila, Bellevue, Redmond, Carnation, Bothell, Shoreline, Snoqualmie, and Service Groves Post number 204. Welcome members of American Legion District 11. The American Legion began in 1919. It continues today helping veterans working on matters of national security, supporting programs for children and youth, and being a stewardship of patriotic values, moral, and culture.
Please welcome honored guard members from the American Legion, Post 15 from Kent, one of the numerous posts that make up District 11. This group is made up of prior military personnel who participate in doing final military honors at Tahoma National Cemetery and at other cemeteries when requested by families of American veterans who have passed away. They are joined today by members from Boy Scout Troop 406 and Kent Young Marines.
In front of you right now is the Lieutenant Edward B. Rhodes, American Legion Post 2. Lieutenant Rhodes was killed in action October 10th, 1918 in the Verdun sector 1 month and 1 day before the armistice was signed to end World War I. This is the second oldest post in Washington State with over 105 years of service in assisting veterans and their families.
Coming up now, also part of the American Legion 11th District, here comes the Service Girls, American Legion, Post 204. With them today is retired Sergeant Major Commander Carol Stripling. This post was chartered in 1946 when the women returned from war. The post welcomes female veterans from all branches of the armed forces, all ranks, duties, and places of assignments. It's one of the few remaining women-only Legion posts in the country. Well done, ladies, and thank you, veterans.
Here comes the Auburn Riverside High School Parade Band. Welcome, Ravens. The band is directed by Megan Wagner. Serving over 150 students, the ARHS band program aims to equip students for success at the collegiate and community level musically, socially, and academically. Drum majors are Isabella Espiritu, Maddie Johnston, Mackenzie Jordan, and Terry Slater. Band presidents are Daniel Redka and Ella Wagner. The Auburn Riverside High School Marching Band is honored to participate today and would like to thank our veterans who have so bravely fought for us.
Looking at some of the bands from the Disabled American Veterans of Washington Transportation Network. DAV is one of America's largest veteran service organizations. DAV, in cooperation with the Veterans Administration, operates a fleet of vehicles around the country to provide free transportation to VA medical facilities. The vans are driven by volunteers who ensure that even those veterans living remotely from VA hospitals can make their appointments and never go without the treatment they need. We thank our fleet of volunteer drivers. Well done.
Up next is the Disabled American Veterans West Seattle Chapter 23. They have been serving all veterans since 1946. Thank you, DAV of West Seattle.
And coming right behind them, we have the Disabled American Veterans from Kent. Several of their members joined the Auburn VFW Post 1741 group that is carrying several veterans in the parade today. Thank you for your service and sacrifice.
Welcome Graham Kapowson Jr. ROTC. They have participated in Auburn's Veterans Parade since 2006. You're looking at one of the largest Army Junior ROTC units in Western Washington with over 130 students. The organization emphasizes citizenship, discipline, and integrity. They are multi-year winners of Auburn's Veterans Parade Best Military Unit. The student battalion commander is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Allison Lowe. Thank you, Graham Kapowson. Well done, as always.
Please welcome the Granite Falls High School Marching Band and Color Guard. This is the band's 5th year marching in Auburn's Veterans Parade. Last year, they received the Best Drum Major Award and first place in the parade. They are under the direction of Skylar Williams and Brooke Rundle. Drum majors are Steve Berlin and Zach Arballo.
Up next is Comrade Joshua Whelan, current District 3 Commander of the Veterans of Foreign Affairs Department of Washington. The Veterans of Foreign Wars is commonly known as the VFW. It is a congressionally recognized veteran service organization. Commander Whelan is a U.S. Army veteran and lifelong member of the VFW. He is the chaplain of VFW Post 2224 in Puyallup. During his military service, he was deployed to Iraq as a military police gunner and also served in Korea and at Joint Base Lewis McChord. Beyond the uniform, Josh is a passionate advocate for veterans, working to bridge connections between veteran service organizations across the state. Thank you for your service.
Put your hands together for the Veterans of Foreign Wars Department of Washington, the VFW, and its auxiliary work to support and provide veterans' rights and benefits, support and work with their local communities, and support local and statewide youth and education programs. The 25,000 members within the state of Washington are proud of their parent organization and the communities they serve.
Let's welcome Auburn's White River Valley VFW Post 1741, one of the oldest veteran organizations in the city of Auburn. Post 1741 is made up of veterans who served on foreign soil during an armed conflict spanning World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Afghanistan, and Iraq. For the 5th time since 2011, Post 1741 has been selected for both All-American and All-State recognition. Riding with Post 1741 today is VFW Charles C. Rawls Post 2886 from Federal Way. They are transported today by the Auburn School District Department of Transportation.
Up next is the Puyallup Valley VFW Post 2224 and their auxiliary. Post 2224 is an all-American post. Great job, veterans, and thank you for your service.
Yeah. Please welcome the VFW from Sumner, Bonnie Lake. Post 3070 has been active in serving veterans in the general community affairs in the Sumner, Bonnie Lake communities for 83 years. Their major event is the Memorial Day ceremony at the Sumner Cemetery, followed by the community lunch at the Hall. Veterans serving veterans. VFW Post 7030 sponsors Cub Scout Pack 531. Welcome Pack members are joining today.
Here comes the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 5052 from Maple Valley, representing the Maple Valley, Ravensdale, Black Diamond area. You are looking at a 1943 Ford American LaFrance fire truck with veterans aboard the truck. No one does more for veterans than VFW.
Here come, it's time now to say hello to the veteran of foreign affairs, veteran of foreign wars, I should say, Kent Meridian Post 6785. This post formed in 1978. Their commitment is to support veterans and their families whenever and wherever needed. The post is especially proud of their honor guard, which provides burial services at Tahoma National Cemetery. Thank you, veterans.
Here from Oak Harbor, Washington is the VFW Post 7392 riders led by President J.D. Stewart and Washington State Riders Chairperson Dean McKinney. The VFW riders' motto is to honor the dead by helping the living. These brothers and sisters of the Post and Auxiliary come together as one to help the veterans of Island County. The group is honored to be here today to show their support. Well done.
Here comes the Chapter 3 VFW Riders, Post 969 from Tacoma. They are led by President Robert Dutch Anderson and the Department of Washington Riders Vice Chairman Jerry 3-in-1 Busick. Their motto is, we give to honor those who have given.
Joining us from VFW Auxiliary Post 969 is President Robert Bartell. You are now looking at the Art Drexler VFW Post 9079 from Spanaway. They are joined by some auxiliary members. Thank you, veterans. We now have the Meridian Marching Trojans.
Representing the American Veterans, or AMVETS, is Rachel Murphy, AMVETS Department First Vice, and Charles Warden, AMVETS Past Department Commander. The AMVETS Department of Washington has over 3,200 members statewide. Membership is open to anyone who honorably served or is currently serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, including the National Guard and Reserves. Thank you, at the AMVETS Department of Washington.
Let's say hello to AMVETS Post number 1. AMVETS Post 1 is the largest post in the state with over 3,757 members. AMVETS is the nation's most inclusive, congressionally chartered veteran service organization representing the interest of 20 million veterans. Their mission is to enhance and safeguard the entitlements for all American veterans who have served honorably, to improve the quality of life for them, their families, and their communities through leadership, advocacy, and service.
I know. Okay.
Our next entry is the American GI Forum, the only nationally chartered Hispanic veteran service organization. Today they honor 64 Hispanic Medal of Honor recipients, as well as members of the 65th Infantry Regiment of Puerto Rico. Their general, Richard E. Cavazos, made military history in 1982 by being appointed the Army's first Hispanic 4-star general. He served at Fort Lewis as the commander of the 9th Infantry Division. The American GI Forum assists Hispanic veterans and their families on VA benefits and education.
From Bellevue, Washington, Highland Middle School's Eagle Brigade, under the direction of Abraham Luna, performing Coliseum March.
Up next, representing the National Association for Black Veterans, Inc., is Region 1 Commander Robert Watson and Vice Commander Philip Gonzalez. Also riding with NAVETS is VSO Arlene Murray Adams, VSO Shark Cell Thrower, and VSO Jose Herna.
We're also joined by additional members of NAVET. This is a nationally certified veteran service organization and a United States Department of Veterans Affairs claims representative. Passionate about preserving the historical contributions of minority veterans and commemorating their legacies, they provide personal advocacy on behalf of veterans with chapters across the United States and internationally. They work in unity with the community to end homelessness, empower low-income and minority veterans, and provide services to disadvantaged youth. Through their comprehensive services, they offer a holistic approach to everything from health and housing support, economic assistance, rehabilitation, and education and training.
Honoring the heroes of America, Auburn JROTC proudly marches in today's parade. These cadets represent the future leaders and servicemen and women of our nation, carrying the legacy of the veterans we celebrate today. Through discipline and service, they proudly honor the sacrifices of our nation's veterans each and every day. Well done. Thank you, cadets.
Please welcome the North Mason High School Bulldog Marching Band and Color Guard. The band is under the direction of Mr. Chris Drury and led by drum majors Riley Hart and Haley Scott. The band is comprised of students from Belfair and surrounding communities. They would like to thank our veterans for their service and sacrifice. Go Bulldogs, ladies and gentlemen, the North Mason High School Bulldog Marching Band.
It is time to say hello to the Paralyzed Veterans of America, a congressionally chartered veteran service organization. These are veterans of the United States Armed Forces who have experienced spinal cord injuries, ALS, and MS. The mission of the Northwest Chapter of Paralyzed Veterans of America is to enhance the quality of life of veterans living with spinal cord injury and disease by providing resources that promote independence, empower them for education and employment opportunities, and advocate for their civil rights and benefits. The Northwest PVA works to create a more inclusive society where veterans with disabilities have equal access to housing, transportation, health care, and adaptive sports and recreation. This organization does great work. Veterans, thank you for your service.
Scout Troop 401.
Please welcome Scout Troop 401 of Auburn, one of the oldest troops in Washington State, who has provided a scouting program and has served Auburn since 1923. Troop 401 cleans soldiers' graves and posts flags for the Memorial Day ceremony, among other community contributions. The troop has provided assistance to the Northwest Chapter for Paralyzed Veterans of America in this parade for many years and helps with the Dignitary vehicles. Troop 401 would like to say thank you to our veterans.
Next up is the Gold Star Wives of America. Representing the organization is Beverly Buster, the Northwest Region President and surviving spouse of Chief Petty Officer Albert Buster of the United States Navy. Riding with Beverly today is Connell Doss, Autry Evans, and Olivia Brown. Gold Star Wives are the spouses of fallen heroes from war, peacetime, training, and disease. They are advocates for benefits for surviving United States military spouses and their children. This year marks their 80th year as an organization. Thank you for all you do.
Presenting the Scottish American Military Society, a congressionally chartered veteran service organization dedicated to the preservation of contributions of the Scots to the American military and society. Made up of military veterans of Scottish heritage from the U.S. and throughout British Commonwealth, they have over 3,500 members nationwide.
Up next is the United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated Seattle base. With them today is their District Commander, Jim DeMott. Their float is a replica of a Sturgeon-class nuclear-powered fast-attack submarine. The purpose of the U.S. Submarine Veterans Incorporated is to remember those who lost their lives since the beginning of the submarine service in 1900. The Seattle base serves the east side of the Puget Sound and honors all those that have served aboard submarines and those who have perished protecting our country. Membership is open to all qualified men and women who have or are currently serving. As always, outstanding display. Thank you for your service, United States Submarine Veterans Seattle base.
Representing the Gold Star families of Washington is Jane Hughes. Jane is the Gold Star mother of daughter Sergeant Danielle M. Hughes Crone. Jane is the co-founder and current president of Gold Star Families of Washington, a life member of VFW, Auxiliary 2224, and serves on the governor's challenge to prevent suicide among service members, veterans, and their families. Jane has volunteered with and has long been an active military family support organizations, including the American Red Cross and Gold Star Family Memorial Monument Committee. She continues to dedicate her time to supporting veterans, service members, and their families.
If you can, please stand to honor our fallen. Carrying the Washington Fallen Hero banners are Gold Star family members and friends of our fallen heroes. These banners represent a small portion of those who lost their lives in the war or the battlefield at home. The Washington State Gold Star mothers are dressed in white. Gold Star spouses are in gold and purple. Gold Star family members and volunteers are in patriot colors to honor their loved ones. Thank you to our fallen heroes. Never will our American heroes be forgotten.
Up next is the Peninsula High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Megan Hilborn. The band makes up one of the largest student groups on campus, including multiple concert bands, jazz band, and percussion ensemble, in addition to the marching band. The award-winning ensemble is an integral and energetic part of many events on campus. Please enjoy.
In front of us now is the Women's Army Corps Veterans Association. This is the women's branch of the United States Army. It was created as an auxiliary unit in 1942 to enable over 150,000 women to serve in non-combat positions. It was converted to an active duty status in the United States Army in 1943. Never before had women, with the exception of nurses, served within the ranks of the United States Army. Excellent job, and thank you for your service.
And here comes the Vietnam Veterans of America, Jim Hine Memorial Chapter 102. This group has participated in this parade for over 30 years. They are a congressionally recognized veteran service organization which helps veterans and their families with their claims from both visible and invisible disabilities obtained while in the military. Part of the work they do is to create a new identity for this generation of veterans and to change public perception of Vietnam veterans. If you are able, please stand and help us thank and honor our Vietnam veterans.
It should be mentioned, this gentleman here in the Jeep riding shotgun, World War II, sir, correct? 102 years old. Served in World War II, 102 years old. Well done, sir. Thanks for being with us. Please welcome members of the Fleet Reserve Association, Mount Rainier Branch 104, located in Puyallup, Washington. This is a congressionally recognized veteran service organization chartered in 1924, comprised of members of the Sea Service, U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. Mount Rainier Branch 104 has participated in the Auburn Parade for more than 35 years. Well done, Fleet Reserve Association.
Up next, the Combat Infantrymen's Association, led by Commander James Legendry. To earn the honor of wearing the Combat Infantryman's badge, a soldier must be a military-trained infantryman by trade and must have served as an infantryman in combat. Only the Medal of Honor may be worn above the Combat Infantry badge. Outstanding. Thank you, veterans.
Here come musicians of the High Climber Marching Band from Shelton High School, under the direction of Nick Lawson, led by drum majors Kendrick Ibarra and Liam Lawn.
We have got a fan favorite in front of us now. Help me welcome the Vietnam Helicopter Pilots Association. This group includes military pilots who flew combat missions in Vietnam between 1961 and 1975. Aboard the flatbed trailer is a UH-1 Huey helicopter fuselage owned by the Olympia Flight Museum. The UH-1 Huey was the icon for Americans in Vietnam and carried most U.S. ground troops in and out of combat. Missions include troop lift, medvac, resupply, gunship combat support, search and rescue, and recon. Over 9,000 aircrew were lost in Vietnam combat. Fabulous display. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you. Here come the U.S. Army Special Forces, also known as the Green Berets, or the Quiet Professionals. The Special Forces Association Chapter 16 is a fraternity of retired and active duty Green Berets. Thank you for being with us. Still got a ways to go.
Representing the Northwest chapter of the United States Army's Warrant Officers Association is retired Chief Warrant Officer Stan Pauley and his wife Pam. Stan is a combat veteran of Vietnam and Desert Storm. Warrant officers are highly specialized technical experts, combat leaders, trainers, and advisors who serve as a bridge between enlisted soldiers and commissioned officers, managing, maintaining, and operating complex Army systems and equipment across diverse missions. The Northwest Silver Chapter represents all active duty reserve, National Guard, and retired Army warrant officers.
The United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps is the Navy's youth development program. One of the oldest units in the country, they provide young Americans with skills, knowledge, and confidence for a variety of training opportunities. The Blue Angel Squadron has cultivated many talented young men and women and has consistently held at least one cadet each year gain admission to the service academy.
Under the direction of Brandon Kane, the award-winning Bonnie Lake High School Panther Field Show Band and Color Guard is proud to support our veterans and represent the city of Bonnie Lake and the Sumner Bonnie Lake School District. With over 120 students, the BLHS Band program is one of the largest student organizations on campus.
And a quick reminder, if you have not done so before our next float gets here, we have our media partners and a lot of vendors over on South Division Street. They will be open till 2 p.m., so please swing on by, say hello. It is time to say hello to Auburn Deputy Mayor Cheryl Rakes. Deputy Rakes has lived in Auburn since 1960 and has been serving the Auburn community as Executive Director of the Downtown Auburn Cooperative since 2019, a position she loves as she gets to work directly with small businesses. The City of Auburn is her true passion and where she's laid her permanent roots. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Rakes.
Coming up next is Auburn City Council member Kate Baldwin. Councilmember Baldwin is a remote member of the VFW Post 334 Auxiliary of Oxford, Michigan, in support of her stepdad, Les Raggett, who served in the Army Construction Battalion in Vietnam. She is also the granddaughter of a Korean War Army veteran and a World War II Navy veteran. Thank you, Councilmember Baldwin.
Here comes Councilmember Yolanda Trout-Manuel, who began her first term on the Auburn City Council in January of 2014. She serves on many city boards and committees, including the National League of Cities and the Hispanic elected officials. Thank you, Councilmember Trout-Manuel.
And coming up behind her, let's welcome Auburn City Council member Clinton Taylor. Councilmember Clinton Taylor is a United States Army veteran serving in Desert Storm. Clinton currently serves on the board of directors for Jumpstart Washington Coalition and is a council member of the Washington State Partnership on Juvenile Justice. He has held positions on the Auburn Public School Foundation, Women in Transition, and Better People. Thank you, Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Auburn Council member Lisa Sturgis was appointed to the Auburn City Council in May of 2025 and was just voted in for a 4-year term. Thank you, Council Member Sturgis.
In front of us now is Auburn City Council member Hanan Amar, who began her first term in January of 2024. She works as an engineer at the Boeing Company. For over 14 years, she has actively contributed to the various community organizations, including the Auburn Police Department and the Red Cross. She regularly volunteers at the Auburn Food Bank, the White River Valley Museum, and the Auburn and Muckleshoot Libraries. Well done. Thank you for joining us, Council member.
Up next, Auburn's Junior Council. The Junior Council gives advice and ideas from a student perspective on things like parks, recreation, entertainment, traffic, police, festivals, trails, environmental stewardship, and other social issues. Students learn leadership skills, how city government operates, and see how they can influence government activities in order to make a positive difference in the community. Thank you, Auburn Junior Council.
Here come the Auburn Aviator Drum Corps and Pathfinder Club. They are led by Ethan Lichtenwalter and Carrie Brown. Pathfinders is a worldwide organization sponsored by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. They are honored to participate in today's parade and want to thank all our military veterans. Good job, Auburn Aviator Drum Corps and Pathfinder Club.
Representative Dr. Kim Schreier was first elected in 2018, the first ever Democrat to hold her seat. Dr. Schreier served the community as a local pediatrician for more than 20 years before running for Congress.
It is time to say hello to Washington State Senator Claudia Kaufman, who represents the 47th Legislative District. She was sworn into the Washington State Senate in January of 2023. A resident of Kent for over 20 years, Kaufman was previously elected and served from 2007 to 2011. She is a member of the Nez Perce tribe and the only American Indian currently serving in the Washington Senate.
Let's say hello to Mayor Troy Linnell, who's wearing many hats today. He is the Auburn Noon Lions current club president, as well as the mayor of Algona. Mayor Linnell has lived in the area for 40 years and was elected mayor in 2024. Troy supports the ongoing and commendable efforts of city employees, participating in city events, serve on committees, including the Auburn Noon Lions Club, which was formed in 1945. The club provides support for this event and has so since the event's inception back in 1965. The club members are the wonderful volunteers who are driving our dignitaries today. Mayor Linnell is joined by his wife Susan. They celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary this year. We give a big thank you to the Auburn Noon Lions Club and Mayor Linnell.
Please welcome our current Miss Auburn, Chandler Gross. Her community service initiative is schizophrenia awareness and sharing the message that it isn't scary, the stigma is. The Miss Auburn Scholarship Organization is more than a pageant. It's a transformative platform that empowers young women to grow, lead, and serve. Last year, they awarded over $25,000 in scholarship to participants who exemplify leadership, service, and personal growth.
Please welcome our current Miss Auburn teen, Maya Watanabe Collier. A community service initiative is Stories That Heal, inspiring compassion through storytelling and culture sharing. The Auburn Scholarship Organization focuses on uplifting each other and giving back to our communities and becoming agents of real change. Join them on a life-changing journey where voices are amplified, futures are brightened, and every young woman is empowered to lead with purpose.
You can hear them coming up here. Please welcome the Wenatchee High School Golden Apple Marching Band and Color Guard, directed by Jim Kovach. These student leaders participated in parades, competitive shows, and promote Panther pride at sports and school events. Drum majors are Jose Macedo and Bonnie Green. Well done, Golden Apple Band.
Please welcome the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps Hornet Division. The Hornet Division is the oldest and longest continuously operating unit in the Corps, chartered in 1958. Well done. Thank you, cadets.
The Pacific Northwest Naval Air Museum, located in Oak Harbor on beautiful Whidbey Island, presents a 1/10th scale model of their most precious artifact, an 82-year-old PBY-5A Catalina. She is much larger than the inflatable you see now, with a wingspan of 102 feet. Catalinas were a critical asset for the U.S. Navy during World War II and are the reason why there's a naval air station on Whidbey Island.
Following the PBA-5A model is the museum's 21-foot replica model of the Nimitz aircraft carrier. The overall length of the actual Nimitz-class carriers is almost 1,000 feet, or almost 3 football fields. Riding aboard is Nimitz plank owner Jeff Culver, who was stationed on the Nimitz with VAQ-130 with carrier wing 8. The Pacific Northwest Naval Air Museum is proud to honor our servicemen and women and the history of the Navy here in the Pacific Northwest. Plan your visit to see them in Oak Harbor on Whidbey Island soon.
Directed by Dan Reuter, the award-winning Kennedy Catholic High School Lancer Marching Band and Color Guard has been entertaining audiences around the Pacific Northwest region for over 50 years. The Color Guard is directed by Andrea Byler and Shauna Azaris. Marching band coaches include Eric Parchin and John Johns. This year's drum majors are Eden and Martine. Great job.
comes the Puget Sound Honor Flight. Let me tell you what this amazing organization does. They take World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veterans on a free trip to Washington, D.C., taking them to the memorials that were built in their honor. Riding in their vehicle today is 100-year-old Lieutenant Steve Mandel riding in the front seat. He entered the military in 1943, serving in the Merchant Marines and Navy during World War II and the Korean War. Also with us today is Air Force veteran Wesley Rasmussen, who served during the Korean War as a crew chief, refueling planes in the war. And J.R. Warden, a Vietnam War fighter pilot from 1961 to 1968. Thank you, veterans. A big thanks to the Puget Sound Honor Flight for all the great work they do.
Approaching the review stand is Bonnie Lake High School's Air Force JROTC program. This program has over 70 cadets and was started in 2024. The squadron is commanded by Cadet Major Cody Kirsch and Cadet Major Sergeant Josiah Dorman, the squadron superintendent. This is their second year having participated in this parade. Welcome back.
Here comes the Port of Seattle, represented by 15 of their 280 Guard, Reserve, and Veteran employees. The Port of Seattle's Employee Resource Group, military and veterans at the port, exists to provide a community network for employees and veterans. This initiative directly supports the port's diversity and development strategy. Employee members support our military and veteran community by promoting education and awareness, advising staff components, generating ideas, advocating, communicating, offering support and encouragement, and they serve as a resource for employee policies, programs, and initiatives that pertain to a broad cross-section of port employees and partners. Well done, Port of Seattle, and thank you.
Next up, please welcome the Auburn's Veterans Parade media sponsors. If you feel like the Northwest has been missing a real country, that's changed. If you haven't gotten to know Hank yet, try them out. Auburn and the South End's a real country is 101.5 Hank FM, with Hank artists like Toby Keith, Kenny Chesney, Brooks and Dunn, Patty Loveless, Alabama, and more. Crank the Hank on your Hank FM mobile app or at 101.5 Hank FM. Meet the team from Northwest News Radio 97.7 AM 1000 is the Northwest only news and information station with traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 4s. And all the news you need whenever you need it on the Northwest News Radio app at 97.7 FM or 1000 AM rather. Northwest News Radio 97.7 FM AM 1000. Northwest News Radio Hank FM and KVI consider it an honor to participate in this parade to recognize and remember our veterans and active military personnel for their service and sacrifices. Thank you, veterans.
As we have yet another brief pause in this portion of the parade, I would like to remind you about the media partners and vendors who have set up along South Division Street. A lot of tasty food and treats over there. Help yourself. They'll be there till 2 p.m. You guys staying warm out there? Okay. Just so everybody knows who's still coming through, that was Hank FM who passed through, and now our friends from Northwest News Radio. 97.7 FM or 1000 on your AM dial. Pretty sure I see a familiar face walking down the street. And right behind Northwest News Radio are our friends over at KBI.
Hey,
When you need
good to see you.
when you need news about your health. When you need the latest tech
And now our friends over at Talk Radio 570 KBI.
Radio 570 KBI. Candid attention and salute our military, police, and first responders. Talk Radio 570 KBI. The Ari Hoffman Show on KBI.
This is Ari Hoffman from Talk Radio 570 KBI. You can listen to me every single weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. Regular Talk Radio 570 KBI, KBI.com, and of course, download the KBI app. Don't forget to sign us up at Talk Radio, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Coming up right now is Veterans for Peace. Nationally, this organization is celebrating its 40th anniversary. The Veterans for Peace Daniel Ellsberg Chapter 92 of Seattle has been in operation for 22 years. Veterans for Peace is part of an international peace and anti-war organization that seeks to end the arms race, eliminate nuclear weapons, seek justice for veterans and victims of war, and restrain government from intervening in internal affairs of other nations.
Coming up the street now, the Puyallup Tribal Veterans proudly march in honor of all veterans, especially those of the Puyallup Tribe. They have served in all the major wars as well as conflicts and police actions. They attend powwows to present colors at various events. They also participate in other Native American veterans activities. Thank you, veterans, for being with us.
It's okay.
Thank you.
We've now got the Bethel High School Air Force and JROTC color guard and drill teams heading into their 20th anniversary next year. This group of young professionals exhibits leadership and excellence while learning skills to develop them into citizens of character. This team of cadets have multiple award wins under their belts, including division wins in academics, drill, and physical training. Well done, cadets.
Right behind these cadets, Heroes on the Water, Northwest Washington is a volunteer-led chapter providing free kayak fishing for active duty military, veterans, law enforcement officers, first responders, and their families. The programs aim to address feelings of isolation and emotional distress by creating a supportive environment where participants can engage with peers of similar experiences. Their initiatives are an opportunity for veterans and first responders to reconnect with themselves and the world around them.
The Sumner High School Spartan Marching Band is honored to be in the 2025 Auburn Veterans Day Parade. These students have performed at many events this season, from the Washington State Fair, rodeo parade, to field show competitions in Everett. Members of the band include instrumentalists, color guard, cheerleaders, and dance team. They are proud to represent their school, district, and cities of Sumner and Bonnie Lake. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sumner High School Spartan Marching Band.
Up next, veterans of the International Association of Machinists Union District 751. These veterans, who now build and fabricate Boeing airplanes, helped build some of the military hardware that they once operated while serving in the United States military in their particular branch. Today they stand in solidarity with you on behalf of all branches of military to honor all those who have served.
Following closely on their heels is the Federal Way High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps in its 21st year and has proudly participated in the Auburn Veterans Day Parade since 2005. The unit was recognized in 2025 as a distinguished unit with merit by Headquarters Air Force JROTC. Today, the 52nd Eagle Squadron is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Zoe Shelton. Outstanding job, cadets.
Yeah.
Are they with them? Yeah, because that's good to show back there. Oh yeah, school bus.
You are looking at Friends of Willie and Joe, an award-winning educational and historical military living history group founded in 1994. The group has members from Vancouver, BC to Vancouver, Washington. The group is dedicated to preserving the memory of the male and female military personnel who served in World War II. Friends of Willie and Joe is a group of collectors and amateur historians who attend parades, air shows, and veterans events to educate the public about the uniforms, arms, equipment, and vehicles used in World War II.
So cute. No.
Pacific Northwest Steel Soldiers is a group dedicated to preserving the history, vehicles, and equipment of the U.S. military from World War II. The purpose is to keep our military history alive for the next generation. What a treat for us to see all these wonderful vehicles. Thank you so much.
Right behind them, the Pacific Northwest chapter of the Game Wardens of Vietnam, with membership comprised mostly of local Vietnam combat veterans who served in the Brownwater Navy Task Force of 116. This Navy unit was originally developed during the Vietnam War. Aboard are active duty sailors of the Coastal Riverine Squadron 11 from Bangor, Washington. This operational 32-foot Mark II PBR patrol boat River was manufactured in Bellingham, Washington, the same boat many of these men served on in the Vietnam War. Outstanding display. Thank you, veterans. Up next, we've got Todd Beamer High School Air Force Junior ROTC Unit, Washington 200-051. The squadron is one of the top units in the nation. Its awards include 13 Distinguished Unit Awards, 2 with Merit and Outstanding Organization Award. The unit is also a 2-time recipient of the Junior ROTC Silver Star Community Service with Excellence Award for performing over 4,600 hours of community service. Well done, cadets. Here come the men, women, and children of the Washington Civil War Association, a statewide group of volunteers dedicated to educating the public on the Civil War. They offer statewide living history events, in-school events, and huge encampments with battles.
Up next are the Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle, a nonprofit outreach organization devoted to making a difference in the community. They represent the men that proudly served in the 9th and 10th Cavalry units while making major contributions to the settlement of the American West. The Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle are dedicated to giving the community a chance to learn influential American history. They educate by hosting camps bi-weekly, educational forums, Ukraine-based activities, and making appearances at schools, museums, parades, and festivities all around the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Soldiers, and they are looking great. Thank you.
We're now looking at the Washington 83 Squadron from Washington High School Air Force JROTC in Parkland. They are led by Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Thompson and Senior Master Sergeant David Beverly. Great job, cadets.
You're going to do 111 when they kind of get. It's 109.
Here comes the Republic of China Veterans Association of Seattle. Today, this group would like to honor veterans for their service and sacrifice, emphasizing the importance of freedom and the role veterans play in protecting it. Thank you, veterans, for your bravery and dedication.
Up next is the Civil Air Patrol. Congressionally chartered over 75 years ago, the all-volunteer Civil Air Patrol, auxiliary to the United States Air Force, operates a fleet of 550 aircraft and is credited with saving an average of 70 lives annually. CAP's 60,000 members also play a leading role in aerospace education and serve as mentors to more than 24,000 young people currently participating in the CAP Cadet program. If you are interested in learning more, visit www.gocivilairpatrol.com.
Yes. That's Jeep. It's the military Jeepers.
Now we have a JBLM Military Jeepers. It's a chapter of the nationally recognized Military Jeepers for active and retired veterans of the armed forces. The club is comprised of veterans and active military servicemen and women. Thank you for your service.
And we hear them coming, introducing the award-winning Ballard High School Marching Band, directed by Navy veteran Jay Gillespie. This is the 5th year Ballard has participated in the Auburn Veterans Parade, and they are proud to represent their school and the Ballard community as we give thanks to our veterans. Ballard is led by head drum major Jackson Scott. We like what we hear. Great job, Ballard High School.
front of us now is the Pacific Northwest Great War. The group is an educational nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the memory and global heritage of the First World War. Remember their names, remember their stories, for they are worth remembering. Well done.
Here comes Green River College. Veteran services at Green River College proudly support current and former service members and their families by offering resources and referrals throughout GRC campus and community. The veteran and military-connected communities are a vital part of the Gator family. They are dedicated to helping them achieve their academic and career aspirations. Visit them at the Student Affairs and Success Center on the main campus to explore all the ways they can support your educational journey. Well done. Thank you, Gators.
Air Force JROTC Detachment Washington 941 has been building citizens of character in Tacoma at Henry Foss High School since 1994. This program focuses on leadership, aerospace studies, and wellness.
From right here on Main Street for the last 101 years, King Solomon Lodge number 60 of Free and Accepted Masons of Washington. They are here with concordant members of other Auburn and regionally based Masonic organizations, including members of Shriners International, the International Order of Rainbow Girls, the Edward James Chapter of Des Moines, and Bethel 78 of the Jobs Daughters. They have numerous veterans within the organization. We want to thank them for being here, and thanks to all veterans from the Auburn Masonic family.
And right behind them, here comes the combined team consisting of Valley Cities, Veteran Services, and the Cohen Military Family Clinic, who both provide a variety of services for local veterans and family members. The Valley Cities Veteran Team provides behavioral health services, housing assistance, accessing health care, upgrading, discharges, and other needed resources. The Cohen Military Family Clinic in Lakewood provides high-quality and accessible mental health care services for post-9/11 veterans, including National Guard and Reserves, active duty service members, and their families.
You like both of us, like all the time. Trying to read.
Yep.
Up next is Dan Huppelstein, the U.S. military veteran who served 5 years, from 1979 to 1984. He is pulling a homemade model of the USS Ranger CB-61, which is the carrier he served on. Aboard the carrier is an F-14. These supercarriers were built for the United States Navy in the 1950s. The USS Ranger was commissioned in 1957 and served extensively in the Pacific, especially the Vietnam War, for which he earned 13 battle stars. At the end of her career, he also served in the Indian Ocean and the Persian Gulf. Thank you for sharing this with us, Dan, and thank you for your service.
Up next, we have Project Recover, dedicated to searching and locating American MIAs and POWs from conflicts around the world. They seek to provide recognition, information, and closure to families of these service members who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. To date, they have repatriated 30 American heroes, 11 of which came home between January and June 2025 alone. Thank you for being here today and for all the great work you do.
Up next, Pause for Purple Hearts, a nonprofit located in the heart of Tacoma that is dedicated to training high-quality service and assistant dogs for our nation's heroes. They also provide canine therapeutic programs to active duty and veteran service members at no cost to our warriors across the Northwest region.
Thank you.
And as we have a break in the action, just another reminder about our friends over on South Division Street, our media partners who are set up over there, as well as numerous vendors offering hot, warm food to keep you warm on this chilly Saturday morning. They'll be there till 2 p.m.
All right, coming down the street, we've seen some members pass by already, but the bigger group to come is the Auburn Sons and Daughters of Italy Lodge, number 1955. It was founded in 1947. The Auburn Lodge now has over 215 members. Among the members are active duty military and veterans of the Korean War, the Vietnam War, Desert Storm, and other conflicts. Some members share membership with the American Legion, VFW, and Disabled American Veterans. Thank you, Auburn Sons and Daughters of Italy Lodge. Again, we see them coming down the street now.
As the Auburn Sons of Italy make their way across Main Street here, right behind them, the Auburn Knights of Columbus, serving the community through charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. These members are honored to pay tribute to our veterans today. Thank you. Yes, Veterans Day is for veterans all over the world. Don't forget, Tuesday, Veterans Day.
We can hear them coming down the street from Federal Way under the direction of Aaron Weed and led by drum majors Eleanor Drager and Evelyn Hansen, returning to the Auburn Veterans Day Parade for the first time since 2019. Here's the Thomas Jefferson High School Raider Band.
Scouts. The Auburn Girl Scout Service Unit is comprised of 15 troops and numerous independently registered members within the City of Auburn city limits. The Auburn Girl Scouts donated 1,665 boxes of cookies to Operation Cookie Drop last season. Girls discover new areas of interest, build on passions, and develop new skills and friendships throughout the Girl Scout program. Outstanding job to our local Girl Scouts and to our community. Well done.
And right behind them, we have the Joint Base Lewis McCord Girl Scouts. This is an all-military associated Girl Scout service unit. JBLM Girl Scouts is made up of children of current active duty, retirees, National Guard, reservists, and children of veterans. They spend their time giving back to their community. Please give your young adults an extra thank you from all of us.
Marching proudly from Auburn's East Hill is Trail Life Troop 1911, a Christ-centered, adventure-based program shaping boys into godly men alongside their sister ministry, American Heritage Girls Troop 1911, dedicated to building women of integrity. Together they honor our veterans and salute their legacy. We have yet another quick pause in between groups, so now might be a good time to head over to one of the booths or potty break, one of the two. But we're nearing the end of the parade.
Coming down the street now, let's welcome the Washington State Society Sons of the American Revolution, led by their color guard and fife and drum corps. This is a historical, education, patriotic, and service organization. They are the largest all-male lineage society whose members have traced their ancestry back to the American Revolution. Their families either fought for or supported the war effort. Many of the members of the marching unit are veterans themselves.
And right behind them, we welcome the Washington State Daughters of the American Revolution. American women have been serving the cause of freedom well before women were officially accepted into military service. Women continue today serving the cause of freedom and upholding our Constitution. Members of the Eliza J. Meeker, Mary Ball, Mary Fell Stevenson, Lakota, Rainier, and Tillicum chapters of the Washington State Daughters of the American Revolution are representing the multitude of women who have served America throughout history. The women of DAR, many of whom are veterans themselves, support our military veterans and continue to serve America.
The American Red Cross is a nonprofit humanitarian organization that provides relief to those affected by disasters and helps people across the nation prevent, prepare for, and respond to emergencies. Residents in Washington are supported by more than 3,000 volunteers. The Red Cross also reconnects families separated by international armed conflict or disasters and supports members of the armed forces and military families living in Washington. Thank you.
It is time to say hello to Village Concepts of Auburn Brandon Park Retirement, where they are creating a village that feels like family. They proudly present our men and women who served our country. Well done, and thank you, veterans.
Approaching us now is the Spirit of 76 Living History Group, portraying and honoring the military and civilians of the American Revolution and the founding United States, and playing music from the 1770s. Well done.
Up next, the Solid Rock Cruisers Christian Classic Car Club, who combines the love of classic cars with the desire to fellowship with other car enthusiasts. The family-friendly club is open to anyone who has an interest in classic cars and trucks, whether or not they own a classic car themselves. There are several members who are veterans who have served in different branches of service. Thank you.
Now let's welcome the Classical Glass Corvette Club, made up of Corvette enthusiasts who own all years and models of Corvettes. The club, which is based in Tacoma, has many members who are veterans, and on this occasion especially, they remember and salute our veterans. The club happily supports Washington Soldiers Home, Family Renewal Shelter, and other local charities as well. Good job.
Coming up next, the Washington Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association comprises of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces. Their mission is to support and protect veterans by providing assistance to individual veterans, veteran care facilities, and other veteran organizations. They sponsor and participate in many veteran-related motorcycle and charity events each year, and as a non-profit organization, donates to various veteran causes.
Right now, we've got the Marines Motorcycle Club, which consists of former and active duty United States Marines who proudly ride together for the purposes of mutual support, camaraderie, and adventure.
This here is the Tacoma Corvette Club. Those are some nice looking vehicles, guys. All 8 generations of the Corvette represented here by its members. The club also has numerous veterans within our ranks who look forward to this important event every year. The 135-member strong Tacoma Corvette Club is proud to present these very special cars in public in honor of our nation's veterans.
You are hearing and soon looking at the South Kitsap High School Marching Band, led by senior drum majors Annika Ross and Zai Zong. This band has participated in parades in Hawaii, California, and Washington, D.C. They are proud to have performed for 2 aircraft carrier homecomings, the USS Carl Vinson and the USS John C. Stennis, as well as support the vessel, the USS Camden.
Welcome a chapter of the Model A Ford Club of America, the Evergreen A's. These cars were manufactured by the Ford Motor Company between 1928 and 1931. Their mission is to preserve the Ford Model A in its original likeness. Many of their members are veterans. Some are here today. If you have an interest in the Model A, they'd love for you to join them.
We just saw the Brotherhood United Motorcycle Association, a veteran-based organization that helps veterans in the local community by providing resources and assistance to those in need. The Washington chapter is celebrating their 7th year. They are forever serving those who serve. Thank you, veterans.
Abate is a nonprofit organization of men and women, both veterans and civilians, who come together to promote motorcycle safety, education, public awareness, and fair motorcycle legislation. The group is here proud to pay tribute to our nation's veterans today.
coming down the street now, we've got the old Coots on Scoots, Chapter 50 of Edgewood, a well-established club that's been around since 1947. This is a nonprofit group of motorcycle enthusiasts who love to give back to their surrounding community by volunteer work or charitable donations.
Model A Club. Model A is produced by Ford between 1928 to the end of 1931. They were inexpensive and popular. Many are restored and driving today. These cars have only 3 gears and drivers have to double clutch sit-down shift. Model A has mechanical brakes and a 40 horsepower engine. This group loves showing their cars and they're honored to support our veterans today in this parade.
Up next is Valley Regional Fire Authority Chief Brad Thompson, who is escorting Battalion Chief Jason Herman. Chief Herman is a Marine Corps combat veteran, having participated in Operation Desert Storm as the driver of an M1A1 Abrams tank with the 4th Tank Battalion, 4th Marine Division. Chief Herman was honorably discharged in 1995 and is currently serving his 27th year for the Valley Regional Fire Authority.
And last but definitely not least, please welcome the Valley Regional Fire Authority, your local fire department, providing fire, emergency, medical, and rescue services to the communities of Algona, Auburn, and Pacific. The VRFA has over 100 firefighters, EMTs working out of 5 fire stations. The Valley Regional Fire Authority would like to thank all of our veterans and our active duty military personnel.
What a parade we had this morning. I see why it's one of the largest of its kind, and what a great turnout. A big thank you to all the parade participants. The City of Auburn is so pleased to have all of you out here today supporting our veterans and our active military members. Happy 60th anniversary of this parade to the City of Auburn. Great job. We look forward to seeing you back next year on November 7th, 2026. Visit the Auburn Arts and Events Facebook page for parade awards, photos from today, and additional information.
Once again, a special thank you to the Muckleshoot Casino, KOMO 4, Talk Radio 570 KVI, Northwest News Radio, and 101.5 Hank FM. Obviously, a parade of this size takes a lot of support. The City of Auburn would like to thank all those involved in the coordination of this event.
Thank you for joining us today at Auburn's 60th Annual Veterans Parade and Observance.
Be sure to grab some food from our vendors over on South Division Street before you take off today.
And thank you once again for supporting our veterans and active military personnel. Thanks for attending, and drive carefully.